Hey guys, today we are going to talk about some of my favorite alternative foods to a different food that might have a little bit higher calorie content or maybe ingredients we don't want. We're talking all about the foods that are better, healthier swaps for those other foods. Now, luckily we live in a day and age where almost every single grocery store has healthier alternatives. So the items that I'm going to show you today can probably be found in any grocery store that you already shop at. Now, sometimes it can be really tricky to point out if another food that says healthier item or low fat or something like that on the label is actually better for you. So I'm gonna walk you through some of the items and why I personally believe that these foods are a little bit better than their alternative in our diet and how they can be used throughout your day, whether you're working out, at home, making certain things, baking, how you can use these alternatives in your day. Now, if you know me, a lot of the items that I'm gonna show today are kind of like snack options. That's number one, because I'm a big snacking person, but also a lot of my nutrition clients and people that I just talk with on a day-to-day basis tell me that their biggest struggle throughout the day is finding healthier snack options. You know, they can nail down their meals with a healthy fat, a healthy carbohydrate, and a lean protein. But when it comes to those awkward hours of the day where you just want something to grab, or maybe late at night when you have a sweet tooth and you want to snack on something, I'm going to show you a couple of my very favorites. So let's go ahead and we'll get right into it. So I'm going to start off with a fan favorite, and I'm pretty sure everybody eats this item. So peanut butter, right? I have Jif, very basic, just regular old creamy peanut butter. So not that peanut butter is bad for you, but I just want to point out that in 2 tablespoons, there's 16 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of protein. And what I like to swap it out for is PB2, that's just the brand, but it's a powdered peanut butter. So you mix it with water, you mix 2 tablespoons with a little bit of water to where it comes out to the peanut butter consistency. And for 2 tablespoons of this, you have 1.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbohydrates, and 6 grams of protein. So the major change and the major factor there that I like to look at is how much less fat is in there. Pretty much like 15 to 16 grams less fat in this. You can use it the same exact way you would use peanut butter. I like to top it on my oatmeal. You can even make like PB&Js with it. Just a lot less fat. The calories actually are 190 for 2 tablespoons here versus 60 with the powdered peanut butter. So since we just did peanut butter, let's move on to our jellies. We have Smucker's strawberry jelly. We're big strawberry jelly fans here. There's not too much difference in calories here. 50 grams in this per tablespoon, but then my alternative is the Smucker's natural strawberry jelly. This has 40 calories, but in 1 tablespoon of this one, there is 13 grams of carbohydrates, and in this one, there's 7. So just a little bit healthier. It is all natural, so all that's in it is the strawberries, a little bit of sugar, and then in here, there's a lot more ingredients like corn syrup, pectin, citrus acid, lots of different things, which again, you can have this in moderation, but I like to have jelly on maybe a bagel before I train. It's fast burning carbohydrates, it's gonna keep me fueled, it's gonna burn quickly, so that's when I usually use this for. All right, so I'm usually not a big chip eater unless 2 things, unless I'm at like a gathering and they're just sitting out on the table, like of course I'm gonna grab them, or if I'm at a Mexican restaurant, of course I'm gonna have some chips and guac or queso. But since it's football season, you know, we go to a lot of parties on the weekends or get-togethers or have people over, and I need a healthy alternative because if not, I'm gonna eat every single chip that comes in front of me. So my healthy alternative are these Quaker crisps. They're actually just called rice crisps. So they're kind of the same consistency as a rice cake, but seasoned. They're great. They're like a chip. This is the buttermilk ranch flavor. I've had their barbecue, sea salt and lime. They're really great. For 16 pieces, there's only 4.5 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbohydrates, and just 2 grams of protein, but still just a super easy alternative for chips in general. There's no artificial preservatives or flavors, gluten-free, no high fructose corn syrup, all that good stuff. So I really do find these to be a great alternative for any kind of chip. Next up, we have syrup. So I don't really use syrup too much unless I'm having like a Kodiak pancake for breakfast. Really that's it, honestly, or the Kodiak waffles. But this, per 2 tablespoons, has 25 grams of carbohydrates and of course a lot of sugar. I'll have that kind of breakfast before I know I'm going to be working out. So again, I need those fast acting carbohydrates. But a really healthy swap for syrup is just honey. Now, don't knock it because I have store-bought honey and I know that's filtered, but still I think it's better than syrup. Tastes the same, you know, it's runny. Well, it doesn't really taste the same, but it gives you the sweetness that you're looking for, kind of just like making your pancakes or whatever you put it on, have that wetness. I know that's gross, but the texture and the flavor that we like. I'm gonna make it a challenge for myself to stop being lazy and going to the grocery store just for honey, but actually buying local. I think it's really great, like, you know, allergy season, the pollen, they say it's really great when you can buy local, fresh honey. So I'm challenging myself to do that, and I challenge you to do that too. Next up is a topping. So I love avocados, and as we know, avocados are a healthy fat, so they're still really awesome and amazing for you. But in half of an avocado, there's about 15 grams of fat. In a whole avocado, there's about 30, give or take the size. So something I like to do on dinners sometimes is to change it up with the chunky guacamole. I get this at Publix, but I'm sure you can find something similar at whatever grocery store you shop at. So for 2 tablespoons of this, it only has 3.5 grams of fat. It tastes just like an avocado if you were to mash it up. But a lot less fat, like I said, than the 15 grams that you would get in a regular avocado. Okay, next up for snacking, of course I always say your snacks should have some protein in them. That'll help you stay fuller longer. So instead of going for like a gas station jerky stick or, you know, whatever your favorite lunch meat might be, I like to just get the StarKist light tuna and water. For a whole pack of this, it's 17 grams of protein, so that's awesome. 0.5 grams of fat, nothing. 0 grams of carbs, actually nothing. And then the ingredients are literally just light tuna, water, and salt. So you really can't go wrong here. I like to do this with rice and some of that guacamole that I showed you guys. I know you might think that's weird, but I promise, don't knock it till you try it. You can also just put it on a whole wheat bread, make a little sandwich, mix it with a boiled egg. That's another great snack, but these are super easy to take with you and they're cheap. Okay, next up, I told you I have a sweet tooth. Fan favorite, ice cream. I don't have ice cream too often, maybe once, twice a week, 3 times, no, I'm just kidding. Here and there, I have some ice cream. You know, you get the craving, you want something sweet, but you don't always want to just go over your macros that you have or your goals set. So it's great to have a healthy alternative. So I'm gonna give 2 examples. First of all, we have Jenny's, which is a really great if you're looking to indulge ice cream. But like I said, we're not doing that all the time. So this whole, we're gonna go by container, by the whole pint here. This whole pint has 1,080 calories, 59 grams of fat, 126 grams of carbs, and 14 grams of protein. This should probably just be thrown in the trash, honestly. My alternative is a Halo Top. So this is just an alternative ice cream. You can find it in the frozen section, of course. For this whole pint, it's 360 calories. It is 72 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fat, and 19 grams of protein. So a pretty good bit of protein here. If you're looking to have a treat once in a while, but don't really want to wreck your macros or the great track that you've been on, if you are trying to live a different lifestyle and maybe get away from things like this, Halo Top is a great alternative. I think it actually tastes pretty good for being a lighter ice cream. So give this a try. All right, last but not least, we're staying with the sweets because I gotta have my sweets. I love baking cookies. I love baking, but you know, like I said, with the whole ice cream thing, sometimes you just wanna stay on track, you wanna stay closer to your goals. Of course, those really tasty and indulgent items, we gotta have those every once in a while, but when we are staying on track, I love these 2 cookie style alternatives. First one is Partake chocolate chip cookies. These are just like a gluten-free, egg-free, wheat-free lots of free, dairy-free, soy-free cookie. So for 3 cookies, it's 7 grams of fat, 18 grams of protein, 18 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of protein. I will probably eat like 4 to 5 in a serving and then dip them in some almond milk because I love cookies and milk. That's like my favorite dessert. These do the trick when I have a sweet tooth. And then I also love these Alyssa's Healthy Choco Bites. These are almost like an oatmeal cookie. They're really good. For 2 cookies here, there's 4 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of protein. But the ingredients are, again, really, really good. There's oats, cranberries, dates, vanilla extract. They're good. So a great snack if you are in the mood for something sweet. It's a great alternative. All right, so that wraps up all of my healthy alternatives that I have for this video. If you guys have any questions or if there's a couple different alternatives that you want me to ever go over, I have so many. I could probably make a 2-hour long video on different food swaps that you can do that almost taste the same but are a little bit healthier for us if you're looking to stay on track and closer to your goals. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said, please let me know if you have any comments or questions. Hit them down below. If not, I will see you guys on the next video.